You know, oftentimes higher ed is thought to, we're supposed to go back and do all of the preparation that should have taken place K through 12, and that's very difficult. I think one of the things that surprised me the most as an educator is how students lack comprehension skills around being critical thinkers, and so that is something that I try to do in my classroom, is to both inform and to undo these narratives. I'm a sociology professor, so it's very difficult to teach sociology if students don't know history very well, because we're applying sociological concepts to both historical and contemporary events. And so I found myself prepping as both a historian and a sociologist, and that has been challenging but yet very rewarding, especially when students are able to draw links between what is seemingly disparate or distinct sociological events. I think students have been taught to regurgitate information, and that's not unique to Alabama. I mean, I think that's a national issue, and what we need, especially moving forward in this technological era, are students who know how to think critically, who can not only recite information but can, delve into it in a way that they can comprehend information. And so that is very challenging, and that's something that I try to cultivate within my classroom. I'm actually from Alabama originally. I grew up in rural northwest Alabama, about 2 hours west of Birmingham, right on the Mississippi state line. And at the time I grew up there, I didn't really understand the context that much, but it is really an interesting place to grow up in the sense that it's kind of the gateway between the Appalachian Mountains or the foothills right in the Black Belt. You drive 25 minutes north, you're in the hills, you drive 25 minutes south, it's virtually flat, right? And so what you have is, you get somewhat not an extreme of either, right? And so, we didn't talk a lot about the rural landscape here, but what got me interested in sociology, actually economics initially, is because before the recession in the early 2000s, the rural parts of Alabama and the country saw the vestiges of NAFTA, right? And because it is rural parts of America, it didn't get as much attention. But I remember my mother came home crying, devastated that she lost her job. She didn't know what she was going to do, and that really stuck with me. And I kept hearing this word, economy, economy, economy. And I was like, okay, I'll go to school and major in economics. And so I've always tried to understand issues around poverty, stratification, economic development, and how do you get jobs to come to areas that seemingly don't have a lot of options. You are shaped by society and you shape it, and how can you be a little bit prospective about your life outcomes and just being an overall better thinker.
Thank you.
Thank you.